Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is Talos Mobius, and this is going to be a slightly different video than what I usually do. You see, through constant working and difficult living conditions, I have come to the realization that if I want to continue doing this effectively, I will need to find a better form of income. The reason why I'm saying that is because my job is not exactly nice, and the best way to put it is that making do requires me to work hours that some people have playfully told me that it's borderlines. Regardless of that, I have decided to come up with ideas to make a Patreon. It's embarrassing to put it lightly to ask for any form of compensation for some that I do as my own entertainment, and I hope for your own entertainment. But I hope that you do not mind and you understand the point I'm coming from. So, what I will be talking about today is the Patreon, the different ranks, what they're gonna mean, and eventually what they're gonna be bringing to the table. I say eventually because I need to cut back on hours at work, because there is no other way that I'm gonna be working about 80 hours a week by average just to make do. Regardless of that, let us begin. The first Patreon rank is gonna be recruit. Honestly, this is just monetary. If you're not really interested, but you still want to support me in some way, that's all that there is really. Any help is appreciative, even if it is a dime. The next rank, private first class, is where things get a bit more interesting. This is where, if you're interested to see a bit more about how I do things, the lengths that I go to make things easy for me before every stream, and to avoid a lot of the editing, because there's no way that I have the time to edit along with everything else. And this is where you get to see it. You get to see live streams of me making things. You get to see live streams of me just messing around, trying to find out new things. For an example, something as simple as me making a new 3D model, for an example. Maybe a future 7 that is going to be slightly different to use. Those kind of things. And obviously, early access, as you can see, with the early access is just that you're gonna get early access to some videos. Like for an example, once I started making newer videos, you can see pretty much the work in progress, the things that go on, and everything like that. So in case you're curious to projects and anything, that's how you get to see it. Then the lieutenant. You get everything the previous did, but you get access to my gaming documents. So like things such as the adapting AU units in ZBO2, new mobile suits of the week, the units list in ZBO2, and more. There might be even, I might even share some data that pretty much I will request you kindly to not go around sharing with others unless you know that they're not really gonna share it with others. And even then, it's really pushing, such as leaks and things like that. I'd rather people not know that I'm the direct source of these things, nor will I be the direct source of these things unless I am, I get to know you, aka, I get to trust you. That comes across as horrible, especially when you're the ones giving me your money, pretty much, if you do end up giving me your money. But the idea that I'm saying is that there are going to be documents in there about everything personal when it comes to GBO2 and everything along the way. You may see documents on how I play units and how I view optimal ways to play units. Remember, this is my point of view, not anyone else's. How mobile suits may work well together. There is a lot. As a community, we can expand on them even more. We may even be able to compile documents together, which will make us the best players together. We grow strong together. To put it in terms, monkey strong together. Up next, Colonel. I honestly love that rank, but at the same time, I am confused as to how you pronounce it Colonel when it's written Colonel. Either way, you get everything. Access to gaming document, general support, but you also get access to the live chat and live Q&As where you pretty much can partake in just me rambling on and on and on. You get access to member shoutouts, live streams, you get everything. You get to ask me questions and I will answer them during live streams. You get to talk to me in live chat and we all partake in these. We have fun together. That doesn't mean that I'm not gonna join others in live chats and such, but you know, you get pretty much priority. And finally, the Admiral. The Admiral gets everything up until that point, but also the Admiral will get bonus content, which might be, you know, vlogs and things like that, where pretty much you get a peek in my everyday life on a mountain in Greece. You know, you get those kind of things. You get the things like pretty much 3D models that I make, or you know, I convert over from all the Gundam games into being usable for newer games and things like that. You get those kind of things. You know, you actually get the bonus content. So that's what that means. And on top of that, you get also the be a part of a large podcast. Now, that part will come once I get to slow down my work hours enough to be at least, you know, half of what it is now, I'd say. But when that happens, I'll be making a either bi-weekly or monthly podcast where pretty much we're gonna be talking everything Gundam, everything video games. We're gonna pretty much be having conversations. We're gonna be talking about what we are excited for. You know, give a little bit of positivity to people out there that need it. There's no need to be all constantly negative over things. Let us all put a smile on each other's face together. You know, no need to go around dropping colonies. But until that point, that podcast will be at random dates whenever I find some time, maybe whenever I'm not too tired. So you might even get just a day's notice, but that is the most I can do right now, unfortunately. Even making things like a Mud Monday or a Thundering Thursday required a lot more time because that meant I required to play the game for more than half an hour to be able to get those things in. Otherwise, right now I'm pretty much getting maybe 3 to 4 matches a day, get my dailies done and call it a day, and often even in AB rooms when I don't have time. So even then, even though I want to keep up to date with GBO2, it's kind of difficult. If you find it interesting enough to follow this Greek fellow, I thank you. And honestly, I will put it like this. I'm not the kind of individual to ask for money easily, but for me to do what I love and for me to make people laugh and for me to make people smile a bit with information, you need a stepping stone. I unfortunately like that stepping stone, so I'm stranded on a plank. That plank is barely hanging on because I'm a big fella, not fat but rather tall. So my center of mass is a bit high, so I'm about to flip over anytime. I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke. Don't worry. Yeah, I survive. We all survive, and I'm not gonna make my travels your own. Now that we're here to have fun, we're here to do a little bit of trolling, we're here to have a blast, we're here to learn, we're here to min-max, we're here to game, we're here to be on the battlefield. That is all that I want to talk about today. I hope that you also enjoyed the stream that I had earlier today. Either tomorrow or the day after, I'm gonna be making a video on the Banshee Norn and probably the Desert Traverse if I'm correct for PC. So console of Banshee Norn on the 28th and Desert Traverse on PC on the 28th. Other than that, thank you for your time. And hopefully I'll see you on the battlefield. Have a great day. And thank you for being part of this community that I'm trying to form. Have a great day.